Hello, and this is the worst part of the job. Unfortunately, I have to ask you for help. The community, I need your help, and we need to help someone out who is in desperate need and has nowhere else to turn. Lately, our good friends at Metazoo, TCG, have realized that Pokemon, with their new Nintendo Direct, unveiling new mechanics that they will be using in their up-and-coming game, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they have noticed that Metazoo's intellectual ideas may have been taken by the big bad bully company of Pokemon. They just came in and they kicked over their sandcastle and was like, no, this is ours now. We're taking this. They had Terra types now. Terra types. You know who uses Terras? Metazoo uses those. Those are their stadium cards that they use. Though, never mind that that's actually just a ripoff from Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 of Duelist Kingdom, where you get field powered bonuses, and you know, Weevil lures you out into the woods, and you have to do that stuff. Never you mind that they stole. No, it's not the same or anything like that, but Pokemon using Terra types and using that but for their new Crystal Pokemon, it's uncalled for. It's unnecessary. How could they do this? Metazoo is an upcoming TCG. It's only been around for 2 years, and Pokemon is stealing their ideas. Look, even Mike, or who runs the Metazoo Discord right here, is affirming that yes, Pokemon knows about us. They know so much about us, and they're taking from us. They come to our lunch table and they just take a big old dump all over our trays every day. They make Metazoo go into the bathroom and eat their food there, and then they stuff them in lockers. Oh please, they need your help now. There's nothing they can do about it. You know, Metazoo TCG, the actual TCG that made it from cryptids, the cryptids that Mike made up himself, such as Bigfoot and Mothman and everything else that he made up himself. But Pokemon, they can't think of anything original anymore. They have to steal from Oh man, I'm sorry. I just looked down at the post again. I'm sorry, that's, yeah, fuck me. Oh, old times, right? Alright, no more bullshit. I'll get back into I'll start the video. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good and all that stuff. Yeah, I want to share this with you because I thought this was really funny for a bigger company to do, right? I haven't really seen a big company do something like this in a while. So Pokemon had their new Direct. They actually started talking about Scarlet and Violet and some of the new mechanics they're bringing to the table, right? Crystal Pokemon kind of came to mind for me. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I kind of see where both sides are coming from, right? They basically had Terra-type Pokemon where you can terrestrialize your Pokemon, make them basically have these nice crystal hats. I think there's different types for different Pokemon. You can basically have an Eevee that is different types. Some people made the arguments of evolutions. That's an okay argument, I suppose. But I imagine you can get pretty creative with some of these Terra types. I think they get all crystallized. They do all this stuff. Pokemon had that to say. They showed the legendaries and all that. But I saw something from our good buddies Metazoo, and I could not pass up this low-hanging fruit. You know me. If someone dangles that nutsack down, I'm just going to have to take a big old bite of it, right? So I saw some Metazoo fans basically saying that, you know, of course Pokemon is deciding to copyright. You know why am I doing this? I'll just read to you what they said. Yeah, I saw this from good old Metazoo fans over here, and I wanted to share with you because I think this is really funny coming from Metazoo. I'll explain why after, but let me share this with you real quick. The world's most known TCG Pokemon is copying off a only 2-year-old TCG. Metazoo is booming, but still under the radar, and while under the radar, they are getting lots of deals with big major stores and businesses. Well, congrats, Metazoo. That sounds awesome. If you are the most well-known and established card game on the planet, they're talking about Pokemon, and you are taking game mechanics and ideas from a brand new card game, that says a lot about Metazoo as a whole. Metazoo to the moon. And look at all those emojis and stuff like that. And right there, they actually provide context of what they're talking about. They're talking about the Terra types, the grass water. They're putting the Eevee right there. Very cool, very cool. I didn't really know what Metazoo was talking about at first because I've stayed away from that plague of a fucking game. And just in my personal opinion, if you like Metazoo, great. If you're a fan of it, more power to you. I support you liking that stuff. It's not for me. And there's a couple reasons. More bullshit like this is kind of why I don't really like Metazoo. For what they're talking about is their stadium cards or their, you know, field cards, whatever you want to call them. They call them Terras, and it's basically like a venue. It's like somewhere, it's like a geographical location where you can actually play, and that's going to be where you're playing your game, right? That's a Terra card to them. It's spelled Terra card, right? A Terra is what it's going to be, and it's just setting the stage, right? It provides field power bonuses and all that good stuff. Man, where have I heard that before? Where have I heard field power bonuses before? So
as long as I play my bugs in the forest area, I get a field power bonus! Field power bonus!
How original.
Power bonus!
Daring today, aren't we?
Oh, right, Weevil from Yu-Gi-Oh! That motherfucker was luring Yugi into a trap, right? He was trying to get him to go into the woods so his bugs would get a field power bonus. well, wait a minute, that sounds like a game mechanic that was stolen directly from the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG and possibly the anime, but Metazoo definitely wouldn't do that, right? Metazoo is a completely original idea. Mike's full of all these great original ideas, and by no means am I shitting on Metazoo's success at this point, but I just want to paint this picture for you real fast. So, Metazoo, right? Cryptids. Yeah, cryptids, right? I bet Mike's been around for a good little bit amount of time, and he actually made up Bigfoot. He actually made up Mothman. I bet he went to West Virginia himself, erected the Mothman statue out there, right? Erected that stuff. I bet Jack Links actually came and talked to Mike about using Bigfoot as like their mascot for their jerky. I bet that happened, right? I bet Mike's getting that sweet, sweet revenue for actually making Bigfoot. You see what the problem is here whenever people are like, oh, you're copying something. Even if Pokemon straight up did go like, yes, I'm taking your Terra type stuff. I'm doing that. I'm taking this from you, Metazoo, because I think this is a solid idea. Unless they trademarked what they did, there's literally no grounds for any of that stuff. And then B, Pokemon's just doing their crystal type Pokemon stuff like that. I mean, you literally have a TCG based off cryptids. You literally are taking cryptids from folklore and made that to a TCG. And there's some Metazoo fanboys out there that want to say that they're copying things. Bro, your whole TCG is copying things. Your whole TCG is based off stuff that already exists. And by all means, more power to you. All that stuff is a premise and an actual, it's a concept. You can't have a concept like copyright or anything like that, right? If y'all want to make Bigfoot cards, fucking go for it. But you see how goofy and dumb that shit gets? When it's like, they're copying me, they took my Terra stuff. Oh yeah, well I'm pretty sure Mike didn't ask Terra from Teen Titans if like he could use her name. I'm pretty sure Mike didn't go to Terra, the Roman goddess of the earth, and go like, oh madam, can I please use your name to actually describe my stadium cards that I'm going to rip off from Yu-Gi-Oh! In your TCG? Did that happen? I really don't think that happened. Is Smite basically having to pay Mike for using Terra as like one of the goddesses in their game? I really don't think so. And that's just really fucking stupid if they do that. But hey, it's only the fanboys, right? It's only the fanboys. Nah, whoever's running the actual Discord for Metazoo basically affirmed this stuff where it's like Pokemon is very much aware of us without going into any detail. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over myself because just how stupid it is. It's like, oh yeah, a lot of detail. You can't go into detail? I would love to hear that detail. I would love to hear how much Metazoo is in the actual right and how they're the paragons of like copyright and all that stuff. I would love to hear that, Metazoo. And if you're so sure that you are the holiest of holy, you should probably take your legal team and go fight Pokemon. Yeah, go do that. Go fight Pokemon. That's what I would do if y'all are so sure that they're copying you. They're copying me. Whoa, Pokemon, you know, they're crystal types that have been around since like 2003 or 4 or 5. It's somewhere in that area, fucking Skyridge and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they're copying us with their crystal types, and they're calling it terastallizing. Yeah, it's not even spelled the same. It's Terra with 1 R, and y'all's Terras are 2. So, I mean, technically separate words, but nah, I'm sure they're stealing from Metazoo, a 2-year-old TCG. I'm very sure that Pokemon is doing that. And like I said, I would love to see that legal battle, Mike. Go for it. Rub your nutsack all over their face. I would love to watch that stuff. I would stop everything I'm doing, pop some popcorn, kick up my feet, and be like, damn, that guy's got some big balls as they're just dragging all over Pokemon. Now, that's all I got. That's all I want to talk about. I think that's really goofy that y'all are talking about copying when you basically ripped off cryptids. You're taking the cryptid concept and putting it in a TCG. And that goes to all the Metazoo fanboys. Drop a fucking comment in here. Talk about how mean and how stupid I am. I don't give a shit. Do all that stuff. I'm right about this. And if you're complaining about copying and you're a fan of Metazoo, that's funny. Once again, by no means do I hate Metazoo fans or anything like that. If you like the TCG, you deserve to love your TCG. I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad that people do. I've watched plenty of people open Metazoo. I actually have a good buddy that actually does that stuff. Fucking, it's not weird. I don't hate the cards. It's not for me. If someone was saying that like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Digimon was copying Pokemon on a foundation like this, I'd say the exact same thing. I'd be like, oh really? Oh really? Digimon copied something? They copied a concept? I do the same shit. It's not because I'm a Pokemon fanboy. I would call anybody on this stuff. Just chill the fuck out, Metazoo fans. It's gonna be okay. You're having your time. I'm glad your TCG is being successful. Just slow the fuck down. Sit down. Be humble. That's all I would say. And that's all I got. Hope you're having a good one. I hope you find that shit as funny as I do, because goddamn. Have a good one, virgins.